This is my second video where I'm going to factor by grouping. So first things first, anytime you factor something, you need to see if you can take something out first. If you notice in this example, all four terms have at least one x, you're going to want to take something out before you get into the actual grouping. So since all of these have at least one x, I'm going to divide out a single x, but it doesn't disappear because it's going to go to the front of my answer. So removing an x from each of them, I'm reducing the exponents by 1. That last term gets divided by itself, so it becomes -1. Now I can do the actual grouping. In my first group, 2x cubed minus 2x squared, I'm going to divide by 2x squared. I'm sorry, that was supposed to be a plus sign, not a minus sign. Okay, it's 2x cubed plus 2x squared. Please change that to a plus. I apologize. Okay, so we have x plus 1 left over when we divide by 2x squared. Now, if you're like me, you may get forgetful sometimes, and you might forget that there's an x in the front that we can't forget in our final answer. So one thing that I would recommend is you draw an arrow on that x so you don't forget about it later. But I'm not doing anything with it, I just can't forget it in the end. So anyway, I took out a 2x squared from both terms in my first group, which left me with x plus 1. Now, this second group, it's minus x minus 1. So it doesn't look like they have much in common, but if you remember from the previous video, I want those parentheses to match. So if I were to take out a -1 from each of those terms, I'm going to be able to get the parentheses to match. Like I said in the previous video as well, when a group starts with a negative, you want to take it out. Sorry, my pen just stopped working. So I'm going to take out a -1. I don't know what happened there. Okay, I'm taking out a -1, so that's going to go in front. And now I have x plus 1 left over because I'm dividing both of them by -1. Now that I have matching parentheses, I'm going to take out the x plus 1 and I'm going to write what I have left, which would be 2x squared from the first group minus 1 from the second group. Don't forget about your x in the front. I don't have any kind of difference of squares or anything here, so I'm done factoring.